Welcome back to the Mountain ICF house build. It's been super cold the last couple days. Today's January 22nd. It's been freezing, 15 degrees at night. Today it's back up to about 42, 43 degrees, so I could get up here and get a little bit done. I'm staging things and getting everything prepped to start putting down this subfloor. This is a 3/4 inch Advantech tongue and groove. Best subfloor material I think you can use, and holds up real good in the weather, which we're going to have a bit of, so knock on wood, hopefully this will hold up before we get roofed in. So just kind of staging things and figure out a plan of how we're going to get sheets fed onto the deck there and get them laid out and start screwing them down and gluing them. First, cut your band, watch your face. That's not too bad at all. I was thinking that was going to be way heavier than it is. I think we can manage that. I need to put some blocking in this first joist bay here, about every 2 foot on center. I guess I don't need to, but it'll help reinforce the top of this wall against the backfill, because this wall is going to be the highest backfill on the other side, outside. It'll probably come up to about here, and so we'll have all that dirt pressing on this wall. If I shore this up a little bit with some extra blocking, it'll kind of help hold it. Again, the rebar that's in the wall is more than enough, I'm sure, but I've got a few pieces of scrap left and I don't want them to go to waste. So for the past couple days I've been struggling with how I want to do this subfloor sheathing. Some people bring the subfloor right to here, and some people go over the foam. Since we're going to have a 6-inch wall sitting on top of this 8-inch wall, the outside foam will be lined up on the outside. The inside will probably come to right about here, and then we'll pour the wall up. So here, I think we're going to run the sheathing up to that foam, and we'll have a little gap under here that we'll fill with spray foam, which won't matter too much because there's going to also be drywall and finished wall material. But the challenge is the top of this foam all the way around the perimeter is not 100% flat and level, and we built the floor so that it is 100% flat and level on the inside of the foam. Most of the perimeter, the ledger and joists, stick up above the foam, which is good. Gives us room to run the sheathing over it. However, down there you can see the foam sticks up above the joists, which means we're going to have to trim that down flush with the top of the joist so we can run our sheathing over it. And that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out now, is how the best way is to trim that without wrecking it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try and show you kind of what I'm talking about here. I've got a section of 6-inch wall block. We'll cut the bottom tabs off so that we can glue it flush with this flat part, and it's going to sit like that. So we flush this up at the outside. So that's the gap, that's the overlap right there, just enough, which leaves probably about an inch, well, yeah, 2 inches. That's exactly it. Yep, we got 5/8 of overlap right here, which will work great. And then our sheathing can come right up to here. I just have to trim this part where it sticks up above the ledger on the back side there. So then when we pour, concrete will come down and it'll fill in under here. So we definitely are going to be gluing and strapping this so that when the concrete comes down, it doesn't try and float this block up. But that's how you put a 6-inch wall on an 8-inch wall, and that's how you do your subfloor, just like that. About a month ago, a company called Core Essentials reached out and said, hey, would you be interested in checking out our gun belts? And I was like, sure. You know, I concealed carry all the time, as you've probably noticed, but I've always used a regular belt, you know, with the belt holes every inch or so adjustable. Well, these guys have made a belt specifically for carrying pistols. They have a dress belt, they have a tactical EDC belt. They sent me one of each, and I've been wearing it for about a month. It adjusts in 1/4 inch increments. It's kind of like a zip tie, and they have interchangeable buckles. There's a little lever under here that allows that to come undone, and this will hold a full frame 45, you know, caliber 1911 style, which is I carry once in a while. But inside here, it's got these 1/4 inch increments. They call it a track belt. It's really stiff. It's really heavy duty. It's better than any dedicated gun belt that I've used, and I have 3 or 4 of them hanging on the wall that I don't ever use. This I've been using every day, and it's pretty freaking cool. So it just clicks, you know, and I usually carry here, or I carry outside the waistband on my side. Super comfortable. It provides a lot of support to my back, which is one of the reasons I started carrying more often. Actually, all that mess helps support my back, and it's great. So if you're interested in checking one of these out, they're really affordable and the quality is excellent. I'll leave a link in the description of the video. Maybe there'll be a coupon code down there too if they want to do that. But yeah, definitely check it out. Core Essentials EDC gun belt. Awesome. Inches wide, and that gap between that rebar is like 49. How about that? Well, this little slidey up the ramp deal works pretty good, just like it did for the joists. Maybe even a little bit better for the subfloor because it's kind of slick. Slides right up there. So I'll be able to do like 6 or 8 sheets at a time, get them laid out, glued, screwed, and running out of daylight. So I'll probably do that first thing in the morning and see how much we can get done. For you guys, that'll be like right now. Not perfectly 16 on center because the hangers where those Simpson hangers were, so we had to adjust, which throws off our sheathing. So I laid out my first board, got the glue down, the chalk line everywhere we need to screw, and we got the Senko death machine. We're about to screw it down. Okay, first panel cut, screwed, and glued. Now we're going to gap it with couple 8-penny nails to give us our 1/8" expansion. And you just kind of trap those in on each end. Gives you a good gap. Flush it perfectly. Looks like 1.5 more rows, basically 2 more rows, but the last row is a half, because that's going to be 6 foot, 6'6", so last row will be like 2.5 feet. All right, gotta get this done today. Perfect. Man, that was a job, but finally finished. Went through a whole case of glue and almost 2,000 screws, and all that time we spent fussing over getting the joists perfect and all that paid off. This floor is perfectly flat, perfectly level. I'm real happy with how it turned out. So next thing we're going to do, it's going to rain tomorrow, but next thing we're going to do is come up here and lay out our interior walls on the floor here and mark them. And then I'm probably going to cover, well, I'm going to cover the basement hole for the stairs, and then we're going to maybe cover all this with plastic, because we're about to get some pretty nasty weather. But starting Monday, I believe we're going to actually pour the basement slab and get that buttoned up, and then this whole thing will be finished and we'll be ready to go up. So basement slab, that'll be the next video. Thanks for watching.